In an earlier video, we watched Liz use the strategy of using her rectus abdominis to flatten her lumbar spine to help her stabilize. Rena, on the other hand, had developed a sway back strategy and hung on her anterior spinal ligament. Fortunately, she didn't have this strategy too entrenched. Rena Bolton, who is one of my clients, has kindly offered her time because Rena shows a great example of a sway back. So Rena used to show a great example of a sway back, but she's going to bring it back to us today for teaching purposes so that we can all learn how to best correct an individual who is bringing that sway into their plank position. And what I found was that it wasn't just in the plank position, but if I asked Rena to stand up and do her bicep curls, all of a sudden, because she had learned to do the sway back in the plank, that was her power position, whether she did biceps or any of the standing exercises, it was the whole sway back. And so by taking the plank back to an easier level, or a level that you could experiment stronger spinal position in, then Rena was able to carry that over into her standing exercises. And would you say overall it's just a more natural position for you now? Or?
Yes, and it's also more comfortable to do the exercises in that way, and I'm getting more benefit in my abdomen.
Great. So Rena's actually gotten stronger over time, so we're going to play with where she's at now as opposed to trying to fabricate where you once were. But for purposes, I would like you to just go back to your initial plank that you showed me, because prior to seeing me, she was actually doing planks in a yoga class?
And exercise classes as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she had never been corrected in how to do the plank correctly, so part of the process of working together was just correcting the plank and creating her neutral spine. So come on down, Rena, and I'm going to use the stick against your spine. Now, she went into a beautiful plank initially, now she's got to recreate, so good job. Now, so here, and Rena, you're actually doing really well even for recreating it, okay? I used to be able to get 2.5 fingers, and now she's realizing how uncomfortable it is because she's not going to hang out there very long. 2.5 hands in here. So I can get 2 hands in there. Now Rena, I want you to correct this for me, okay? So Rena's going to pull up her hips, and she's going to draw up the lower ribs, which is lovely. It's still hard work for you because you're dropping your head a little bit, hun. There you go, perfect. Now have you drop your knees and sit back for a moment. Okay, excellent. Now initially, when Rena was doing her plank in that position and sagging, and I asked her to correct, she wasn't able to correct in that position, and you'll often find that with any of your clients that have compensatory movements that you have to take them into an easier plank. And so I believe I took you up onto the chair,
yes,
right? Hands on the chair, and allowing Rena also to raise her hips above that straight line position is another way that really empowers people to go, oh, I can play in this position and work within that. So for purposes of learning, let's take that one after the chair. We went to the ball, so it was the same height, but it took her and gave her a challenge because she was still working on the postural work, but it was going to get boring if you stayed on the chair too long. So I needed to increase the challenge, and so we did that with the ball, which gave her an opportunity to strengthen her deep shoulder stabilizers as well. So let's go explore the ball position.
Okay. And
go back to where we had you with your hips a little higher so that you could feel it, and then come back down. A nice size for you, also roughly the size of the height of the chair. Okay, I'm going to bring you back to the center and review.
Yes.
Fingertips pointing straight down, and I'd like your shoulders right over your hands. Lovely. So this is when you know if they've been practicing. This one isn't one of yours anymore, though. Okay, good. So you good? Hang on there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, if you look from the side, the line between the shoulder, hip, and knee. So when Rena's initially being introduced to this position, allowing her to have her hip even higher, so that's giving you a little break there, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Having the hip a little higher so that she can experience the plank in the abdominal area. I've asked Rena to describe how she felt when she was able to correct her alignment.
Yes, so I found that I would finish the exercise and I would feel it in my back, whereas Margaret explained that I could raise my hips up and actually not have that sensation in my back and still get the benefit in my abdominal area.
After a short rest, we next explored the plank from her forearms on the ball.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then, like so.
Yeah, you can like that. That's perfect. Yeah. And go ahead and step back. Good. Feet could be a little wider if you want to be more stable. Excellent. And you're going to relax through here. But bring your hips up just a smidge. Good. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. Okay, so we have a hands width. It's lovely. Okay, very nice. So, different type of challenge. Relax through the mid-back again. Good. Let your head drop a smidgen. Good. Okay. I want to give you that stability. Okay.
I just can't hold that anymore.
Okay. I want to introduce to you a way that you might feel a lot more comfortable doing this idea.
Okay.
Okay. So if we're going to be going out towards your forearm position in a plank, I'm going to have you start. And you can do this at home with a stick along your spine. And when you're in that position, you're going to have your hands in, your elbows are tucked to your side, your hands are close to you. And you're going to roll the ball out like this. And as you roll the ball out, you want to just keep your whole spine in alignment. Really, really, really good. And then you can roll back. So start, and that's so your planks technically from your forearms and your knees.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get comfortable with that alignment before you come up onto your toes.
Okay.
Should we try that?
Yep.
Okay. Here, and then kneel right, kneel tall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right up. Good. Hands are right here to start. Because when you end, they'll be there.
Okay.
So up straight. Yeah, kneel all the way up.
All right.
Perfect. Hands right here.
Okay.
Perfect. So you're only allowed to go as far forward as you can maintain this alignment. Good. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay. Just going to drop it down a smidgen. Okay. Nice breath in. Good. And start to roll the ball. It only go as far as you feel. That's it. You're doing beautiful. Good. That's it. Very, very nice. Very nice. Oop, right there. You feel it, eh?
A little bit, yeah.
Just starting to lose it through there. Good. Come on back.
And now that she knows how to maintain her perfect posture, we explore a more challenging plank with weight shifts and single leg liftoff.
Hands or forearms? Where would you like to go?
Hands, please.
Okay.
I also find that when I'm getting tired, my back tends to sway as well.
Mm-hmm. When your abdominals are getting tired.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I'd like your head to be brought back to the stick. There you go. Lovely. Good. So really appropriate right here. I've got one hand width. Very nice. Now, Rena, in this position, I want you to think about transferring weight from one foot to the other. So you don't actually have to lift it off yet. Just shift the weight. 2, 3. Oh, you did lift it off. Good job. And then back. But watch your head position. Thank you. Chin tuck. And back towards me. 2. Oh, working hard. Good job. And to the other side. Back to the center. Keep the hips up just a smidgen. Thank you very much. Good. And one more time each side. Hold. 2, 3. Beautiful. Remember, tongue to the roof of your mouth. And one more time towards me. And hold. 2, 3. Beautiful. And back down to your knees. Good job. Wow, well done. What was that intensity?
Probably about a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Perfect.